So this is a part of Finland that nobody warned me about. When I visited Finland this past summer, there was no way that I could be prepared for what I witnessed and what I experienced. From the moment I hit the airport, I could just feel the energy. I could feel the positivity. I could feel the difference in the air that set it apart from anywhere that I had been before, including the place that I live now, here in Germany. Even walking through the airport and just feeling the airport energy, I could tell that Finland was just a different place. And nobody warned me about this. So why was everything so non-extravagant, so non-exaggerated, so underplayed, or not overplayed, I guess I should say? Like I said, the airport itself and everything in it, the train ride, the places I saw and visited, everything was just so mellow and regular. It's difficult to explain what I mean by that, but you just have to take my word for it. So my visit was smack dab in the middle of July, so it was summer. Don't sleep on a summer in Finland. That's all I'll say. But it was a summer, and as I mentioned in other videos, I was only on a layover. So I was only there for a matter of about 5, 6, 7 hours, somewhere in between there. And I decided to do as much as I could in the amount of time that I had while I was there. It absolutely did not disappoint. I was happy and satisfied with what I saw and experienced during that short period of time that I was there. Now, since it was overcast, I didn't get to witness a very sunny day with blue skies and bright sun shining and things like that. But the weather was still nice and everyone was still dressed the part and everyone still behaved the part. It was still summer vibes and a summer in Helsinki, Finland. So summer vibes were in full effect. But what I've just discovered upon my research of trying to find a place to go here during the winter, because I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm not typically a winter traveler. I'm not a fan of the cold. I'm not a fan of gray skies and just being cold. I'm just not a fan of it. And I know you might say go somewhere warm, but I'm not a winter traveler. That's the beginning and the end of it. But as I look to see if there's any place that I can go over the winter, I stumbled upon some Finland videos. And wow, Finland is great during the winter months, during the holiday months. It's too late now as of the recording of this video, but I kind of wish I would have set a trip to visit Finland during the holidays. And so what I'm seeing here in these videos and this other content that I'm finding about Finland during the holidays or during the winter months in general is that the calm and the peace is just extended. It's not just over the summertime that Finland is this way. It's the same way over the winter, if not a little bit more. The reason I say that is because during the holidays and during the winter, you kind of want to be a little more joyous and a little more cozied up to people. You know what I mean? It makes you want to be surrounded by people and just being in cozy moments a lot. And so the peace and the tranquility and the joyousness and the camaraderie and the family togetherness can be enhanced a little bit over the winter, possibly. But when it comes to Finland, what I'm noticing about it is that the nature of Finland just sets the pace for everything. The nature, the character of the land, that's part of what gives it its character, and people build from that in, extending the peace and just the calm nature of this country. It's just extended from what this area gives off already. And just looking at some of the holiday festivals and winter festivals, I haven't experienced one yet. Like I said, I wish I would have set this up for myself this winter, but they look a little bit different than the ones I'm used to, especially about the ones here where I live now in Germany, which I love them. They're great, but I can see a different kind of energy. I don't know if y'all feel me on this, but I can feel a different kind of energy just watching them. I said this before, I always kind of imagine myself in these places already. And When I say in these places, I mean like living in these places. And so I try to envision myself and put myself in those moments and those places. And it feels a little different. I used to do that when I lived in the US before I came to Germany to stay permanently. I used to try to put myself in my mind, envision myself in this place beforehand and just envision it and to see if I can see myself actually being there and being a part of it. But having visited Finland, I can attest to this next thing I'm going to talk about. When I see people enjoying themselves in Finland, what I see is a kind of relaxation that I don't even think they even notice. Shoulders drop, minds clear, like eyes are fresh and happy. And there's just a moment where all the noise is just gone. This is kind of how I know that the peace that I speak of and speak about so frequently, it's not just the noise. No, it's not just the lack of noise. I'm speaking more of how the country and the society kind of gives you permission to slow down. It's an unspoken law. The safe, the warm, the kindness, the just emotional grounded language that's there on automatic. Everybody has to recognize this at some point. When you watch your television and you see the chaos or you hear about the chaos or you go on the internet and just witness the chaos that's happening in many other places around the world, the universe is definitely looking out for you guys. So everything that was just mentioned, from the summer stuff that I experienced from my visit there this past summer, all the way up to the stuff that I'm seeing now, the holiday stuff and the winter stuff, these are just things I did not expect from this country. Now, for a long time, I had seen that this country has been named the happiest place on earth, right? There's no way to know what that really means. You can look at the data and the statistics on how they grade it and how they come up with that, but you can't really understand it until you actually go there. And so now that I know, now that I've felt the society a little bit, now that I've talked to the people and been surrounded by the people and walked amongst them, if you will, I can kind of understand where that comes from. I mean, it's not like before I went there, I was expecting to get there and see people like cheesing all the time. I'm happy, I'm happy. That's not what I'm talking about. And I know it's subjective. Some people will disagree with that statement, that being the happiest place on earth, because they probably feel like they're extremely happy in their lives. And that's great. Everybody's entitled to know what makes them happy and rest in that. That's cool. What I'm saying is Finland was a surprise, and it was just shocking to me just to get there and to see exactly what's meant by this place being so happy. The calmness and the stillness is what hit the hardest, I guess. Speaking of hitting things, if y'all don't mind hitting the like button to let me know y'all know what I'm talking about, that would be great. So one thing I think I can say about seeing the wintertime in Finland, in contrast, in comparison to the summertime, the actual festivals do seem to be pretty hype. Lots of people seem to be hitting these things up and staying for long periods of time. That includes locals and visitors who are just visiting Finland during the holidays. They stay at these festivals for long periods of time because they're just so nice. From the summertime, it looks like a lot of people were rushing to water's edge to be near the water. Everybody's congregating and having a good time in social settings with each other. And I see a lot of that too in the stillness of the winter, but only in the festivals and those areas where people can accumulate together for a specific purpose. The areas where people would normally just be in flocks at, like say the museums or even the parks, don't look to be as inhabited, like especially with snow on the ground. I don't know that it's snowing at this moment, but the videos I've seen of, snowy wintertime in Finland, those people just aren't going there as often, or there aren't as many people going there as often. And I like that still, because I've often said this, when I want to be alone, when I just want to have time and be able to walk around and not have a lot of people near me and things like that, which I get that way a lot, I appreciate that every now and again. So basically the point of this video is to say that Finland, you didn't have to go this hard to convince me that you were a great place, but I'm glad you did, because now I know. And now I'm convinced that you're worth more than one visit. Not only are you worth more visits, in my opinion, but you might be even worth a longer stay. Yeah, a lot of stuff that's been going through my head during these times that I've been back from there. If peace had a sound, this place is what it would sound like. I am grateful for the experience and grateful for everything that I saw and everything that Finland showed me in the however many hours I was there. Thank you, Finland, for in such a short time giving me so much to bring back with me. And thank y'all for watching this video. If you like these videos and you want more mini stories like this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.